there is a soy sauce manufacturing company in Miyagi that was started by like my great grandfather or something in like the Edo period.
Wow, in the Edo period?
Yeah, in like the 1600s, 1700s, something like that. And it's still there.
Really?
Yeah, so
Buy your shares.
yeah, no, right.
That's the real heirloom.
Yeah,
It's
but
still there.
yeah, I thought about going to it, but like it's such a distant relative now.
Hi, guys, my great granddad. I swear.
Yeah. We're part of the same family technically.
Hang on, sorry, where is it? Where is it?
Miyagi.
Miyagi.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a YouTube video in the making.
Yeah, I do want to do that actually. It's just very difficult to get in contact with a soy sauce company in the middle of nowhere in Miyagi.
I'm pretty sure this is how you do it. I'd like to order some soy sauce. I'm pretty sure that's the way to get it done.
Family. Cousin.
Hey, okay, this is my 23andMe. So
Yeah. The facts are here.
Yeah.
We are technically related. I do want to go there though.
How interesting. Where's Miyagi again? I can't remember where Miyagi
In
is.
Sendai, up north.
Oh, so it is in Sendai.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you spent much time in Sendai?
Yeah. I go there like every other month because my grandma still lives up there.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Is it
Lovely
a good,
place.
Good time in Sendai?
Yeah, lovely place.
I've only gone in, done a show, and gone out, so I haven't experienced Sendai.
Yeah, Sendai's dope.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah.
I think all of North Japan is
Yeah,
pretty
North
Really?
Japan's
Here's a
pretty
map.
underrated.
Here's
I
a
would
map
say.
with proper spelling.
There you
Here
go.
we are. Excellent.
Although Akita, poor Akita, is not a lot going on there.
No.
What's going on in Akita?
Not-
Where is
not-
Akita?
nothing.
I can't even see it. To the
Yeah.
south?
Top left.
Top left.
right
left.
there.
Akita.
Yeah.
Just a
hang
nice
on.
place, but there's just not
Not a whole lot going on.
I think you
whole
just described a lot of Japan outside the cities.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a lot of really cool things in at least North Japan. Like obviously, a lot of Yamagata has like really nice hot springs, cherries as well. And I think a lot of the other, Iwate, I don't know what goes on in Iwate.
What goes on in Iwate?
Iwate, a lot of nothing. Morioka's a nice
But then you
city.
get to Hashinohe and it's like, yo, it's so cool.
Yeah,
There's so much going on.
Aomori's
And Aomori's
dope.
amazing.
Aomori's. Tell you what, man, they have those Aomori apples,
I
which
know.
are allegedly
Yeah.
alien apples. So when I heard this whole thing about when people in Japan tell you about places, they'll say, "Oh yeah, delicious XYZ."
Well,
Yeah.
that's like what I tell people. I'm like, the most useful thing you could probably learn if you want to have a conversation with a Japanese person is
Yeah.
learning what each prefecture is famous for.
Yeah.
Because then they
They love it. They're so
such
proud
a
of
good,
it.
yeah.
But it's so
Yeah.
interesting because like they're saying, yeah, delicious apples. I'm like, dude, how good can an apple be? I ate the Aomori apple and I was like, oh, my life has changed.
But this
It's
is
delicious.
This is Japan's strength, right? Domestic tourism.
Yes.
They figured it
Yep.
out. It's like, just say that Hiroshima is so famous for oysters, and then you know it's just accepted.
Oyster
Yeah.
tourism is just
Yeah.
And then you realize that there's like 15 places that say they're famous for oranges. There are so many places that
there
claim
really?
they have the best oranges.
oranges. Really?
Yeah, or like mandarins, or those type of things.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's got the best oranges?
So
and
some
mandarins,
places in
allegedly?
Shizuoka say they have it. Some places in Ehime say they have it.
Really?
I give it to Ehime because Shizuoka's already got too much. Like they've
Yeah,
got
bro.
the tea, they've got Fuji, they've got everything
They
like
got
that.
these
Yeah.
things? So I
Do
need to
you-
move my
when
mic
we-
up more. I'm trapped on this. What's happening? I need more flexibility in my mic's arm.
You can do whatever you
This
want.
whole
Yeah.
show, I've been squeezed between this leg of the table and my
Please.
immobile
Squeeze
mic
up
arm.
on me,
Enough
no
space.
worries.
Can I, is that all right? I'm going to break something.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
fine.
you're good, you're good.
I don't want to
You
repeat
can do
last
whatever you
time.
want. You can break
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Bless you.
Miyagi is known for its gyutan.
Gyutan's delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Miyagi
I
has the
love
best
gyutan.
gyutan in all of Japan.
Okay,
What's your normal go-to meal? What is Ladybeard? What sustains Ladybeard?
I like the yakitori. That's a good one.
that's one.
Oh
Yeah.
no, dude!
Yakitori.
When
Top two for me.
after we filmed the Aki's video
Oh, yes.
together,
Yeah.
we went to there was a Saizeriya
Oh, yeah,
nearby.
we went to Saizeriya.
So we were like, this is the closest family restaurant, so we'll go in. And I was thinking like, I wonder what Ladybeard is gonna order because I got a standard meal. Aki got a standard meal. Ladybeard ordered the grilled chicken platters that they have.
Yeah.
He ordered 4 of those.
They're tiny though. They're tiny.
They're very small.
They're
Stacey. He's a
tiny.
man
Yeah.
who understands.
They're tiny.
Got rid of everything, including the skin of the chicken, and just had 4 breasts of chicken, and I think you ate that in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, man.
It was.
Well, why did you not eat the skin?
At the time, I didn't want the oil and the fat.
Yeah, he
I'm
wanted
on-
just
I'm
like
on
the
the
full
again now.
protein
Okay,
meal.
okay.
Yeah, the full protein.
Are you on a strict diet now, or you're kind of?
I'm more relaxed than I used to be.
Okay.
My days of having 6-pack capability have passed me by, you see.
Yeah.
So now I'm structured like a sumo and I'm starting to embrace it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, it's the joy of life being able to
Exactly.
enjoy food,
Exactly.
and eat the skin of the chicken.
Yeah.
Speaking of sumos, that
Yes.
video you did with the sumos was awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so
very
much.
good. I'm going to blow steam up your bum for a second.
Okay.
I want everyone who's not in Japan to understand Japan is a culture of in groups and out groups.
Right.
So this is how things are structured here. If you want if someone like TV or YouTube or something wants to go to a place like a sumo dojo and wants to film, it's going to be a giant rigmarole and very hard to get it done, especially the combat sports. And sumo's the worst one of all of them. So what I think is really the amazing thing about your channel is you provide overseas viewers the opportunity to experience these elements of Japanese culture, which you can access because you're a Japanese person. And at the same time, you can also communicate it properly because you're simultaneously not a Japanese person.
Right, yeah.
So I think this is the real strength of your channel. And I hope everyone at home could properly appreciate this because that is a unique position.
Thank you.
It is
So much positivity on this episode.
Oh, man.
Damn, I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to getting praised this much. Thank you.
I mean, Joey has the ability to do the coolest videos, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the main reason I wanted to do it is I just wanted to go up against sumo wrestler and see how it was. And I got fucking flipped. It wasn't even close. It was like a child going up against an adult. Like
It looks heaps fun though. I want to go do that training.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks great fun.
Dude, it's that training was easily one of the, because like, you know, the sumo wrestlers do like what they call shiko, which is like, you know, lifting the leg up thing. That is so much harder than it looks.
Really?
It is so much harder because I did it maybe 5 on each leg. And it's like basically doing a single leg squat. Every single time. And these guys are doing like 200-300 of these before they even start their training. And like, that's the thing, like that was the one thing I wanted to really express in that video was like, you know, I think most people outside of Japan when they think sumo wrestler, they think, oh, big fat guy in a diaper.
I think it's changed a lot though. I think a lot of people have started to realize that these guys are like the top athletes.
Oh yeah. When I watch some of these guys like stretching, you could see underneath all of that fat just the insane amount of muscle these guys have. And it's scary.
I one time was speaking to this big shot Netflix producer guy, and he was telling me, because I think obviously it came up because I live in Japan. I think he was in America at the time, and he was talking to me. And he was like, yeah, we're trying to get this like sumo thing greenlit for Netflix. Kind of like if you've watched like Drive to Survive, like kind of turn it into documentary, half reality show.
Right.
But he was telling me that apparently none of the sumo people would agree to it, or the Sumo Association or whatever it was would agree to it, unless it was like produced and ran by like NHK or some kind of Japanese regulatory body.
Oh, really?
They didn't want to sign on to it without having that. So they were just not willing to give any access at all.
Really?
Unless it was a Japanese company that was kind of doing it. They're so strict.
Oh, dude.
Very strict.
Particularly sumo.
Sumo is by far the most. I mean, you know, women can't go in the ring and never have been able to due to the rules of sumo.
I had to cut out a lot of questions out of my interview.
Did you really?
Because, you know, I wanted to like learn more about it, but then like, I think it was like 40% of the questions that was just like, nope, cut that.
Really?
Quite controlling about it. Because, you know, it is a very like, you know, it's very much like a sanctuary for like a lot of these people. And there's like a lot of history behind it.
It's taken extremely seriously. I mean, it's so intertwined with Japanese culture.
Totally.
Right?
So
I
fully
sport,
understood
right?
it.
So,
Yeah. I understood what they were going for.
When you did your pro wrestling video with DDT, how did you feel from that perspective? Because I was in DDT, right? So when
did you leave DDT then?
2020.
So I must have done my video 2 years.
It would have been slightly after I left.
Yeah.
But like how did you go from the perspective of being able to like feel like you got genuine access?
I mean, that was really cool because I also came at it of a perspective of someone who didn't really enjoy wrestling and never really had interest in it. Like I don't really like. I liked it when I was a kid. Obviously, growing up, you're like, oh, it's silly wrestling. But I knew that they like, and I understood it before I went in that they were athletes, obviously, and that they're extremely fit and they work very hard. And I knew that it's not all make believe. These people are getting injured. Like it's all very, you know. So I think. For me, it was more of a thing of this is something that I can see that a lot of people I know are very passionate about. I want to understand that passion and give appreciation towards that. And hopefully, from the perspective of someone who doesn't know anything and doesn't really care for it, can I kind of get into it and do it? And I think for me, I got into it through the characters and through the people, like through Takeshita, through Chris, who are like very amazing athletes. And, you know, you speak to like Takeshita for like 2 minutes, and you're like, okay. This is like
I get it now.
This is a real
this
thing.
is like the most charismatic man ever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I liked them all up until I offered to pay at the izakaya, and I for all of them, all the wrestlers, I offered to pay at these. A rookie mistake. Takeshita drank a beer in 2 sips. and then ordered another one with zero hesitation, which I was fine with because I'm paying. And at one point, I just I was like, you know what? Let's just see how far it goes.
Yeah.
At some point, they have to run out of beer. They have to run out of beer.
Big drinking culture in pro wrestling in Japan.
I know. I
Big,
noticed
big.
because they would work out and they'd be like, well, how do I get 4,000 calories very quickly? I will have 9 beers,
liquid bread,
bunch of yakitori. It was great going out with them. I loved hanging out, and I hung out with them actually off camera a couple of times afterwards. It was really fun. Takeshita was really fun. But the wrestling and DDT specifically is like the most unhinged wrestling of all.
Right.
Because they were like, Connor, like backstage, they were like, you got to come meet. I don't know what the name of the doll was.
Yoshihiko, Janai? Yoshihiko,
There was like a doll. They
have a blow-up
They had a
doll.
doll, and
Right.
it's a
Right.
fan
Wrestler.
favorite.
Yep.
Like, everyone fucking loves this
I've
blow-up
wrestled it.
doll. And it's like a rite of passage. This doll is like the main character, and they're like, you should come meet the doll. And then there's some guy going, hello, Connor. This is so fucking stupid.
Do you know that Yoshihiko is currently out with injury?
I didn't know. And then I'm watching this wrestling, and I've seen clips of DDT, so I knew what to expect. But then, I think these 3 guys came out, and they all just kind of got basically naked and shoving their butt in each other's face, and that was the fight.
Yep.
And there was no fighting; they were just shoving their
It's a
asses.
mental fight. It's a mental fight.
And then my favorite part,
battle of wills.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part, where I was like, I think I'm watching just Jackass, was that he had those IKEA boxes, plastic storage boxes.
Yeah.
I was just throwing them on the IKEA plastic boxes, and they would just shatter.
Holy shit. They were slamming guys on the
Yes,
boxes,
and then they would obviously, they were very sharp because of plastic, and his back was just bleeding all over.
Holy fuck.
And it was like watching some kind of really deranged yard fight in America, because I'm like, what is the point of this fight in particular?
Specifically.
Because then at the end of it, Takeshita had his headline fight, which was amazing and was like 30 minutes long. It was ridiculous how long it was.
Was
But
the
it
ring still full of plastic, or did they clean
yeah,
it up?
they cleaned that one up.
Good.
But it was really fun getting to watch it, and since then that really gave me an appreciation for just what they do and the show that they put on, because I think they're not only are they amazing athletes, but also I think top performers.
Oh yeah.
And getting to talk with them off camera as well and asking them about the process, the stuff I couldn't show on camera was really interesting as well. Like that kind of stuff was fun. And the how they communicated to each other and how they all worked. It was a really interesting world.
It's a whole new world, isn't it?
It's so different.
It's
to
different in Japan
anything
as
else
well
I've ever
compared with the
seen.
rest of the world as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see it in America and see the difference, because I imagine at least DDT was a lot more.
DDT was so hilarious. Just everything that happened. So one of the DDT
And
shows.
it's also very much like, sorry to interrupt 1 second, is that they also felt like everything they winged it. I remember we was talking to this guy, and he was the guy who would drive the stuff from the shows. And he told me, I remember that he was like, yeah, I had to drive 20 hours straight. I was like, did you stop? He's like, no, the show had to happen. I was like,
Damn.
I was
Wow.
like, I don't think you should be doing that.
Okay, one of the wrestlers was driving. the van.
No. Like that guy who just does everything.
Their driver.
He's not even a driver, I think. I think he was just the guy that does
one of the
everything.
staff of
He was
DDT.
just the
Yeah.
staff, and his job was to do what they need to do.
I think
and
that's just welcome to Japan. That's just Japanese work
that's
culture.
Japanese
Yeah.
work
That's just work
culture.
And I remember being like, this guy is
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
it's a lot of
But
that.
it was he was a nice guy though. They're all so sweet.
Yeah,
Let's
all
not
lovely
carry
dudes.
on.
No,
Sorry,
it's
I
fine.
interrupted
The DDT guys are hilarious. In one of the DDT shows, I arrived backstage and everything beforehand, we're talking to everybody, and one of the American guys turns up. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you for a while. And he goes, well, 16 years ago when I started wrestling school, I had no idea that one day I would participate in an anal explosion time bomb match. What? What did you just say to me? The match was, he was the heel. It was Danshoku Dino again, who does all the butt jokes.
He
Yeah.
loves
Right.
his thing.
And
He's the
so
butt
this
guy.
the American dude had kidnapped one of Dino's mates and had inserted an explosive device into his anus. And now there was a countdown clock going on. And I can't remember the whole thing because this match was so stimulating. The number of things that happened was ridiculous. But
Right.
the referee was cosplayed as Donald Trump. And for some reason, then halfway through, he got involved in a love affair with one of the wrestlers. It was so strange. I remember watching backstage on the monitor and I'm like, I couldn't follow anything. It was so bizarre.
You were like, that should have been me.
Finally, there's a pinfall. 1, 2, 3.
It's like cool.
No idea what just happened. It was so strange.
How long ago was this?
A few years ago.
Okay.
When I was still there, so it was 2019.
Okay, yeah.
What was the strangest DDT fight you were involved in?
It was the weirdest one. I wrestled Yoshihiko. That was good fun.
Oh, gosh.
So, what was the weirdest one I was involved in? Oh, I'd have to stop and think. It's such a unique experience, the DDT. Just every... Well, I remember there was one, it was a rumble, and at some point... Sorry, it wasn't a rumble. It was a six-man tag, and at one point we all... one of the wrestlers had a gimmick when this music would play and he'd start dancing and he'd put on these glasses and everyone put on the glasses. We'll go into the middle of the ring and we do, who's that pop group, the bunch of boys, the really famous ones? They sang, ooh, say, ooh, do. What's that name, Shiori? Do. Exile. We all do the thing Exile when they do the, you know the thing where they all go around the circle,
train.
the choo-choo train? We all get in the middle of the ring, we all do the choo-choo train with these glasses on. Somehow, somewhat got slammed and pinned and the match was, I have no real recollection.
Just in the middle of the choo-choo train.
There was this one as well, I remember. Oh, dude, I was on this card. This was when I was in Union. So DDT had a subsidiary company called Union, which is the one I was in when I first got here.
Right.
And so my match on this particular card was opening match. So I get in, do my match, cool. Now I can just chill out and watch the rest of the matches, right? At interval, there was a couple of Aussie guys who were there. So we were talking at the merch table and whatnot. And it's all good, right? So final match that happens, the main event on this card, is a tag match, and it's for the championship, and it's these two giant Neanderthal monster men against these two kind of smaller, kind of leaner, kind of martial arts kind of guys, right?
Right.
Just one of the most extreme matches I've ever seen. The amount of blood in this ring was just remarkable.
Holy shit.
Just
Oh my God.
those headbutts we talked about,
Yeah.
it was a case of like, 1, 2, 3, just insane, just blood everywhere, freaking bananas. Halfway through the match, there's an interference, so the match gets stopped. It's qualification. One of the guys gets the mic. We're not ending like this. Start the match again. They go back to it. It's like 30 minutes of just madness.
Jesus.
At the
Yeah,
end,
I was surprised at how long some
oh,
of
they're
these
very
matches
long.
are.
At the end of the two huge guys win. And so they've got the
What a
belts.
shocker.
Well, the skinny guys were tough as nails, right?
Yeah.
So the skinny guys are there and they're all kind of disappointed. The two big guys are there. One of them gets the mic and he's like, we won. Now we're world tag champions. And at a time like this, there's only one thing left to do. Sing a song. And so they start singing this, we're brothers forever kind of stuff. All the wrestlers go into the ring and we're all singing. No one's explained to me what's going on. I'm there in the ring. I look over at these two Aussie guys in the audience and I go, no idea.
What the
It
fuck?
was so strange.
That's so sick.
And then
though.
that's the end of the show.
Holy
See
fuck.
you next time.
I love how you guys are just singing and dancing on
Yeah.
what is presumably just a pool of blood.
Pool of blood. Dude, pool of blood.
So-
bit of barbed wire sitting next to you.
Did that contribute to you wanting to perhaps move on to doing more musical
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
performance? Was injuries a part
No,
of that?
sorry, that's it was a matter of just COVID-19 turned up and the type of match that DDT liked using me in, like the type of match itself, disappeared. I'm sure you can appreciate the cross-dressing bearded foreigner
Yes.
has a very specific spot on the card.
Yes.
Yes.
So when COVID happened, so they liked using me in these big kind of matches like 3-on-3 tags, 4-on-4
Yeah.
tags,
Yeah.
because that's the best spot for me in the context.
Yeah.
But then when COVID happened, they stopped having those kinds of matches. So they couldn't have that many people together, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so then it was just sort of a natural progression from there.
All right.
shit.
all right.
Ah.
But you know, I mean, every single music show I do, I have to wrestle a man. So
It lives on.
Is there a pool of blood at the end of every
there the
Lady
barbed
Beard show?
wire as well?
music show is nothing but blood. That's the name of the album. Nothing but blood.
Nothing
It's
but
not.
blood.
It's not. That's not the name of the album.